Have you ever met someone who seemed too good to be true? Well, I did. Let's call him Michael. This all happened in Lusaka, and it started, as so many things do these days, online. I was scrolling through social media, feeling a bit lonely, when I stumbled upon his profile. His pictures immediately caught my eye: a charming smile, sharp features, and this incredibly confident posture. He looked like he had his life completely sorted. He was a soldier, a therapist, and a businessman, all at once. His stories were incredible, owning 2 sleek cars, traveling the world, and helping people in need. It sounded like something out of a movie. We started chatting, and his messages were so smooth and thoughtful. He had this charisma that just pulled you in. He'd tell me about his demanding schedule, juggling clients, military duties, and business deals. He always seemed to be waiting for a big payment to come through, which is why he'd ask me to cover small expenses here and there. He always promised he'd pay me back as soon as his clients paid him, and honestly, I was so smitten, I didn't mind. He seemed so genuine, so charming, and I believed every single word. Our conversations grew deeper, and he shared his hopes, his fears, his plans for the future. I fell, and I fell hard. He made me feel so special, so cherished, like I was the only person who truly understood him. His words were a balm to my soul, and I was falling more and more in love every day. Then he suggested a trip. He said he had an important job out of town, and it was a real opportunity for me to join him. I was thrilled at the thought of finally meeting him in person, so I agreed immediately. We traveled together, and at first everything was perfect, but things took a very strange turn. We ran into a woman. She was pregnant, visibly upset, and absolutely furious. She started screaming at Michael, claiming he had toyed with her feelings, promised her love and support, and then abandoned her when she needed him the most. Her emotions just exploded, and in a fit of rage, she shattered the car's windscreen. Through it all, Michael was unnervingly calm. He tried to downplay her anger, making it seem like she was unstable and that her pregnancy was making her irrational. I was in shock, but he quickly told me to ignore her, that she was just emotional. And then he made me pay for the broken windscreen. He used the same old line. He was waiting for money to come through, and he'd pay me back as soon as his clients paid up. I hesitated for a moment, but I still trusted him, so I paid without asking any more questions. Looking back now, I seriously wonder if he even owned that car. As the days went on, I started noticing more and more inconsistencies. It was always the same story. He was always asking for money, always waiting on a payment that never seemed to arrive. Then I found the truth. It wasn't just the pregnant woman. There were others. I found messages, photos, and stories, a trail of evidence showing him playing the same game with multiple women, promising them the world, only to disappear. I also found out he wasn't who he claimed to be, the soldier, the therapist, the businessman. It was all a lie. He was actually a fake prophet at some local church, preaching sermons he didn't believe in, just to gain followers and sympathy. The whole persona was a carefully constructed image, the final blow. The cars he'd shown me weren't his. They belonged to some older woman he was sleeping with. The entire life he presented was a facade. I felt so betrayed, so used, and incredibly foolish. My feelings for him had completely blinded me to the truth that was right in front of me. I learned a painful lesson. Sometimes what seems perfect on the surface is just a beautifully crafted illusion. It was a heartbreaking experience, but it opened my eyes to the dangers of trusting someone too quickly, especially when their story seems too good to be true. Now, I'm healing, I'm wiser, and definitely more cautious, but I'll never forget my encounter with the Mario, a charming stranger who turned out to be nothing more than a mirage. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It means a lot. See you in the next one.